Hey everyone, Speed Generations here, and today we have the new Wave 21 2.5 inch foot tapping classic Sonic, which that's what I'm gonna call him because he's got the toe articulation right here and stuff like that, and he's basically patiently waiting and looking at you. He's got 6 points of articulation because the new toe articulation that none of these other 2.5 inches have here. Just classic Sonic here. This classic Sonic specifically, I should say. And it's nice in this wave because we have a BurrowBot re-release. A lot of people do not have this one. I do, however. I got this one back in the Charmy wave, so yes, I do have Charmy. Maybe he'll get his re-release sooner than we thought too, because look, BurrowBot's here, so, and then the other ones, if you guys don't have, there's Fang, Buzz Bomber, and Tails. This Tails I see commonly in the old check lane packaging at my Walmart, so he's still rarely available for me. I don't know about you guys, probably not. As it goes for Fang, not really available in my area, but he was definitely available in other areas that I saw for sure. Buzz Bomber is actually almost widely available for me, but not really. So, as it goes for BurrowBot, I don't know. I'd have to probably go to a different store. I'm not going to bother to read his text here because I'm pretty sure it's the same as any other Sonic here. So, yeah. We got the render of Classic Sonic, Classic, and then Classic in different languages. Classic Sonic logo, Jakks Pacific, Sonic, articulated, 30+, stuff like that. The barcode down here. I bought this from Amazon, so you're really not going to find these single-carded ones unless you go to, Amazon to buy these. They're not going to be at retail stores yet, but the check lanes will, because so far that's CVS apparently. I'm going to stop the blabbering and let's go ahead and open them up. Here he is out of the box. He can't really stand. There we go. Okay, there he is out of box. And the cool thing here is I'm going to show you guys is when I was taking him out, this was starting to slide off, but you can see that they kind of put this in place into the shoe area. So that was pretty cool. So as it goes for anything new on this classic Sonic mold, as for the old ones, it's just literally the smirk in this one. And then there's that ugly one where he has the mouth open and he's got the hand out like he's waving or something. And then there's the chili dog one. Hold on, actually, let me get those. Okay, I got the other ones right here. So we have Angry Sonic, ugly classic Sonic, but now he has a chili dog, but thankfully you can just hide his ugly expression. And this good-looking classic Sonic. I know you can see there's like a black mark there, but some of his nose was starting to, peel off a bit, so I just took Sharpie and put it back in, and I guess I accidentally got his eye. Anyway, so here he is next to this good-looking classic Sonic here. As you can see, this classic Sonic over here, the tapping foot one, has both of his hands closed, and this one does not. This one is already in a posed position, so all you have to do is have his foot tap. This one does not have the toe articulation either. The expressions are widely different, this being a frown instead of a smile, and it's right in the middle of his face. That way you can see that he has there, and then this kind of just looks the same here. The whole mold is, I think, the same anyway, since it's just a variation of him. Yeah, just the same thing. The only difference is the expression, the actual posed hands, and the foot. The mold looks the same to me. There's nothing different about the mold. Obviously, they have to kind of reuse that this year, so reasons that I can't say in the channel because, it's political and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure YouTube wouldn't like it. So yeah, and then for the toe articulation here, he can move it up and back down, up, down. Then his head can do a full 360 here, can move his arms, but I wouldn't suggest moving it too far because, you don't want to ruin the pose that he was in. So just, keep him in the pose. But yes, his arms can move and do a full 360. Let me push it back. You gotta push it back so that way it, you know, fits into place. Then we're just gonna do that iconic pose where he's tapping his foot. So we're gonna do that. Let me just, there you go. Look at him. Bro's waiting for you. And then here's this one compared to the angry one. So they kind of got the same frowns here, except it's a little different. This one to this one. More angry look, and then a more I'm waiting type look. Again, no toe articulation, and the hands are completely, I think, new mold. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because look, the Ugly Classic Sonic has the same exact hands, except they took the hands and swapped them around and made it look like that. There you go. There's this one with that one. Both open hands, by the way, on both of these right here. Right here, we have the Ugly Classic Sonic with the chili dog compared to this one. So we got that stupid ugly grin right there. And, you know, same closed hand position here. So, yeah, that's all they really did is they took it from this one. So, nothing too special there, except now he's got an open hand for that chili dog he's got. And more creepy eyes, actually. I just noticed that. His eyes are, like, really staring into your soul right there. And this one's kind of just not really doing that. Not bad, though, honestly. They're pretty good. And then here's the ugly one that has, looks like he's just waving. So, yeah. Nothing really different about these two either, except, like I said, the expressions and this open hand right here and no foot tapping thing for him. This is not the same mold to the foot tapping one. Actually, these two right here aren't the same mold because they more are using this mold now than the old one. I don't know if it's because they knew that he was too ugly and then he's just decided to stop. I don't know what was up with that, but yeah, they kind of just decided to not use that mold anymore. You can tell it's a different mold too because the spikes are going down and these ones are staying up. Back spikes kind of look the same here, except they're a little bit more down. Tails to the side and this tail straight. And if we look at this one, the tail is straight as well. So they just reused this Sonic mold and made it a little different, which is fine because this foot tapping Classic Sonic is actually really cool. And if you don't know, Jakks Pacific, I think back in 2023, released a foot tapping Classic Sonic solar thing. I can try to, let's see. Right up there. They released him in like 2023, I think. And that was to like, I don't know, just to have something for the sun or something they thought would be cool, which is, it's actually pretty cool. I like it because like he can move his eyebrows and everything. I wish this one could, where they would give like articulation to this so it looks like he's actually waiting, which would be really cool. But the toe articulation is definitely enough. I'm going to say this right now. If you guys have Fang in that Tails and you don't want really any for inbox, then I would suggest skipping on this and waiting for the single release of these check lanes, honestly, because, you know, this one's really the only one worth it, this wave. I only got the pack because not only because of him, this variation right here, but also because I really was hoping to get a Fang for inbox in the check, not the check lanes, but the, shoot, what is it called? Sorry. The, single carded. There it is. Can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. I'm dumb. Anyway, as I said, this is, that is back. Why is it back? It hasn't been back in a little while. Why is it back? Robert, how? Sorry about that. I was having a Marcus the Worm moment there. Yeah. Here's the others in the wave. I really don't have to review these because I think I did in the past. I reviewed this Tails somewhere in the past wave. I forgot what wave it was but it was when he first came out. Fang, I reviewed him in the check lane, so if you want to check that out, the video's still up there for the Fang if you want to see him. Buzz Bomber, I'm not sure if I ever reviewed, to be honest. because I remember taking a big break on Sonic for a little bit, and when I got back, you know, I kind of he was definitely one of these, but I don't remember when I got back from my little break. This was years ago, though. Don't worry. This was like when Jakks Pacific was only at like wave 6 or 7, I think. Yeah, they were like 6 or 7. So yeah, that it wasn't really too big of a deal because I was still able to catch up at the end of the day. But I don't know. I got this one in the check lane, though, I think, is where I got the Buzz Bomber, since I missed out on him in the single-carded. And Burrowbot, I got him in the single-carded. Oops. And that review is actually out with him with Charmy still. You should be able to find that in the reviews, I think. If you can't, there will be a video out there. And I think it's like, I forgot what wave it was. I think it was like 11 or 12 of the 2.5-inch figures that has Charmy in it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I can just try to link the videos in the description below to see if, you know, you guys can watch it from there if you really are interested in my review for Charmy and Burrowbot. I really liked Burrowbot when he first released, so yeah, this is the whole wave. I'd say it's a pretty good lineup. And Burrowbot is actually a pretty cool addition as well to have for this, because, you know, not many people have them and it's been a while, so this gives them hope that Charmy might be re-released, and it would be nice actually to have him re-released sometime soon. Honestly, what are my opinions on this wave, though? I gotta give that. I really gotta give that. My opinions on this wave is it's not bad. It's genuinely not bad. We got a re-release of Fang, and I got him for a single-carded in-box, which is nice because that's what I was looking for, not just a check lane. Also for the inbox, because, you know, Fang is one of my, like, 3rd to 4th favorite characters in the Sonic series. The classic Sonic is actually really freaking cool, because he's got that toe articulation, and you can, like, tap his foot and stuff, which is really nice. You don't usually get that with the figure nowadays, or at all, which is really nice to have, so I'm kind of glad that we have a foot-tapping classic Sonic. I know they referenced that for the games and whatever, but I think they more did it for the Superstars game, because, as they call it, this is the year for Superstars. I'll save my opinion for a different video on what I feel about this Superstars stuff, because I'm honestly mixed. So far, it's not bad, but I'm not feeling it, honestly. Especially that this makes it a whole classic Sonic year, and I'm not going to get mad at Jakks, because now I know they're forced to do this. They have no choice. But if they didn't have to be forced on classic Sonic, then they would for sure make modern Sonic. I know they would, but, you know, they're kind of forced on classic Sonic right now, which sucks, but yeah. This Tails here, it's been a while since I seen him for, like, a check lane or a re-release for anything. Like I said, I still see them widely available for the old check lanes. You know, that old box that they had, like that modern Sonic I have. I don't feel like getting up again just to show you, but I think you get what I mean. It's like when the check lanes were first starting, they had like different boxes. That's what I mean. So yeah, and then, you know, Burrowbot being easily accessible for people who never got him is nice as well. So now people have Burrowbot and don't have to pay freaking $50 just to get the Burrowbot either. Yes, I'm aware that there was I think 30-pack, or no, 10-pack. I think it was like a 10-pack or 11-pack, and it had Burrowbot in it, but it also had this ugly thing in it. And I don't think that was because that's why people didn't want it. I just think because people already got them from the check lanes or the single carded, so they're kind of like, we don't need this, but I really want Burrowbot. So I understand, guys. But you got your re-release now, so look forward to Charmy. I'm pretty sure he'll be re-releasing pretty soon in the near future, which I'm excited for. So you guys can have him, and he'll definitely be in the thumbnail of the video along with this guy, because, you know, I'm not honestly like I said, I'm not reviewing that. That would be for another video, so I'll try to link that in the description down below. But on this wave, like I said, it's not bad. It's really not bad. And people are not really liking the Pecky wave either from the looks of it. But I don't think it's that bad because we're getting re-releases of some characters. and then we're getting Pecky. I think the Classic Sonic and Classic Knuckles re-release aren't that bad, just in my opinion, only because they're eventually, my Walmart's eventually going to run out of those, and I bought all of these already from my Walmart just to make Five Nights at Sonic's customs. Yes, there are still more coming. Yes, I have made more that I haven't showed. There's actually quite a bit of them I've never showed you guys. But that I think I'll save for the next collection video, which is releasing in September. I'm going to record it in September. I'm going to show everything around in September. So yeah, that I think that wraps it up. But, you know, I got one more thing before we wrap it up, because people are going to be questioning this Pokemon poster here. That's why I have it. You see Eevee? Right there. That's why I have it. So, yeah, that's just if you guys questioned it or anything, because I only got it because of the Eevee on it. Anyways, that's about it, guys. I'm sort of excited for the Trip Wave to release, and soon enough the Pecky Wave, which probably should be dropping in a couple of weeks now, because it hit Mexico, so it probably should be hitting the US in a couple of weeks, I don't know, soon, I'm hoping. And then Trip will eventually be released as well, so excited for that. I hope that this trip isn't just going to only be masked, but we'll find out. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next one. I'll stop blabber-bubbering or whatever. Today's just not my day. I'm completely out of it. I woke up at 7:30 this morning. Not here. I was at my dad's this weekend, so I woke up at like 7:30 this morning, and I couldn't get back to sleep at all. It was really hard to get back to sleep. So I'm really tired and out of it. So in this review, if I seem like I'm talking too much, or if I seem like I'm just out of it and not knowing what I'm doing today, it's just because of my lack of sleep I got last night. I fell asleep around 2 something and woke up at 7:30. It was really bad. Oh, I hope I sleep better, because now I'm back at home. So, so yeah, that's it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.